Since my other videos, I have thought more about my ideas on turning the old Faith Mission building into like a gym and a classroom building, basically a social center to where it could be something that could benefit the whole community. And I mentioned briefly about the different things that can be done, like in the classrooms, such as different classes and things like that. Well, I thought deeper into it, and I thought, well, in order for it to maintain itself, for there to be money made, to pay people to teach, and to also maintain the building, take care of any city-related fees or whatever, there could be a fee that could be paid for each of the classes. And what I mean by that, for things such as the English classes, math, grammar, foreign languages, computers, science, music, history, etc., and even gardening, jewelry making, sewing, which can also include fashion, cooking, DJ, things like that. There could be like maybe a fee for like a 6 weeks course, and you basically it would kind of be treated in a way like a college. Like college courses. It'll be like, like a 6 weeks course, and you pay a fee, and then you take tests. And if you pass at the end of the 6 weeks, you'll get a certificate. If you don't pass, then you can maybe get something that says you participated. But if you actually pass, you get another certificate saying that you passed the class. And even though it won't be good for anything as far as like credentials for college courses or anything like that, at least it would be something that you could show. And you could also get like a printout, like like say like a transcript, as if you were in college or whatever. And you could take that with you for like a job, like say like you want a job that deals with computers, or something that's going to deal with foreign language or anything like that. At least you could take that and say, hey, I took a 6 weeks class in such and such area, and this helped me, and I got this certificate and all that. I mean, at least it would be good for that, and it would kind of give you a little bit of the upper hand in a job interview or something. I think this would be a wonderful thing if it could actually be done. And when you think about it, I mean, this could be a job for like an out-of-work teacher, or a teacher that wants to earn extra money or whatever. They could, get paid for teaching these classes. Because if you think about it, if someone's paying anywhere from $30 to $50, for 6 weeks or whatever of classes, and I don't know, however they could do it, maybe 1 class a week or 2 classes a week, or however they want to do it, that's money that can be made for the teacher and, the people that own the building or whatever. I know it's not as much as it would be if they were teaching in school or college or whatever, but it would be some money. And if you get 30 people in the class, well, there you go. I mean, that's some money that could be made. And it'd be better than nothing. Like I said, it could be extra money. And so that would be good, and maybe work out a deal to where if you only, say you sign up and you change your mind, well, you only get a certain percentage of it back the first week, and then so much the second week, and until finally you can't. Like after the midway point, then you can't, because that's only fair. I mean, why sign up for something and not, don't wait till like the middle of the course to change your mind and decide you don't want it or whatever. I mean, that's kind of, that's a waste of people's time and whatever. So maybe run it kind of like they do at colleges and stuff. Like I think the first week or something like that, you only get 75% of your money back, and so on and so forth. That way it kind of helps protect the teacher and whatever, because they're going through the trouble of teaching the class and all that. So, but anyway, also this some of the classrooms could be used for aerobics classes and karate classes and things like that. And for like the aerobics, maybe $5 a class for like 30 minutes for each class. So, that would be good. Say a teacher gets $5 out of each person. Well, you get, anywhere from 10 to 30 people in that class. Well, you've made a little bit of money there. So, when you think about it, it's 30 minutes and, you can teach so many classes a day. So I think that would be good. That would help make some people some money. I mean, that's a job right there. And it will help, people work out. It can be for both young people and then maybe classes for the elderly people, elderly aerobics and stuff like that. I think that would be great. So, I mean, it'd be something for everybody. And like the karate classes, you can charge so much for them and maybe set them up to where you can earn a certificate if you, participate and do whatever it is that is required. Then you can earn your certificate, and that'll be something that will kind of make you proud and whatever. Might even get a little trophy or something like that. I think that would be great. And like I've also said, these rooms could be used for seminars. People can pay to put on seminars and maybe inform the public of certain things and teach them things or whatever, or promote something. The building owner could charge a fee for the use of the classroom for that, and the instructor then can charge a fee to the people that come to the seminar, that type of thing. And also I got to thinking, in many kitchens, especially like in hospitals, nursing homes, they've got a thing I think called Serve Safe, Safe Serve. I can't remember. I keep getting it mixed up. But, people have to go all the way to Birmingham for those courses. What would be nice is if it could be taught here, if it could be taught local. And that way people don't have to travel all the way. If they could get somebody to come here and teach in one of them classrooms those courses, that would be a huge help to people that need those certificates and stuff like that. And maybe even teach classes that help people get their degrees as far in food and food safety. If they could work out some kind of deal where they can do that, and it'll help them as far as getting jobs in the food industry, I think that would be wonderful. I think that would be very beneficial, and it would bring money into this area instead of having to go to Birmingham and paying those fees and all that stuff. So that would be great. And even people getting their GED and things like that. It'd be nice to have it set up. I know they've got something going on with some of the schools where people can go or whatever, but it would be nice if they could do it, there at this building. Excuse me, I got a cough. But it would be nice if they could do it in this building. That would be wonderful. And there could be other things that I haven't even thought of that they could do here locally, instead of people having to drive all the way to Birmingham, all the way, even maybe some of the nursing stuff, some of the nursing classes and stuff like that, where people are having to go all the way to Birmingham and take a test and all that stuff. It would be nice if they could just do that here locally in one of those classrooms. I mean, people have to do, people that know, that have the connections, all they got to do is reach out and get it all hooked up. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, especially you got a classroom sitting there waiting. I mean, perfect. And also, some of the rooms could be for meetings, board meetings, and or just different kinds of meetings that people would rather do it there instead of, like, if they don't have room where they're working at now or whatever. Those rooms would be perfect for that. And that building is a pretty good sized building, so I think there would be plenty of room to do that. I think it would be wise to have, like, it's as far as entering the building to go to the classrooms. I think it would be best to have, like, an outside door that leads up to the classrooms. Maybe you come in the door and then go upstairs and go to the classrooms or whatever. You could do that instead of going to the gym. Like, if they decide to put a gym in this building, that way you're not walking through what's going on inside the gym. Just kind of have the entrances separated. I think that would be a good idea. But also, which brings me to the gym membership thing, people can set it up to where they can work out, have rooms, workout rooms that's connected with the gym to where people can go and work out and pay a gym, like a little small fee, and have like a gym membership, maybe have showers and things like that, and locker rooms to where, people can go and do that and feel good and not have to pay any kind of big fee and go somewhere else or have to be part of some kind of country club or whatever. They could just have a gym membership there and enjoy that facility. So, I really think if somebody put their mind to it, this could be, instead of it just being something built for the community and not being profitable for anybody or anything, and then going to waste, people just saying, if they could set it up to where, just charge a fee for this, that, and the other, little, small fees, reasonable fees, then money can be made, and it could help employ people and then make it enjoyable for other people. Something fun to do. You think you could take a sewing class, learn about fashion, making garments, and cooking classes. Like, they could have some rooms set up to have stoves and tables and all that, cabinets and all that with dishes and all kinds of cooking utensils, to where people could really learn about cooking, and it'd be fun and enjoyable, and gardening. Have people grow a certain type of plant and learn about plants and stuff like that. I hear that they're going to do something in the library in regards to gardening, but it'd be nice if they could do it there too and have it be like a class, classroom type environment. It could be wonderful. And jewelry making. People can make their own rings or make their own necklaces or earrings or whatever. And then as far as the foreign language, you could learn all kinds of different languages, Russian, German, French, whatever. And then English, people could brush up on their English skills, and other people that don't speak English can learn how to speak English. And, and then of course the grammar classes, you could, learn, a lot about your punctuation and all that type of thing. And then, of course, math. Everybody could learn a lot about math, because that's one thing that a lot of us get stumped on is math. And there could be different levels of all the subject matters. You could have math 1, math 2, business math, algebra, you name it. It just keeps going on and on. And, as far as like history, you can have different levels of history, just like in college or in school. And in computers, you can learn all kinds of different things about computers. The list just goes on and on. Music, you could learn all kinds of things about music. And, you can even put on shows like, say, like, after, you learn so much, learn certain songs or whatever, like you start out with music 1 and then music 2 or whatever, and when you get to a certain class, then that class gets to do a performance, say like at the Roxy or something like that, and that would be a pleasure, and that would be fun for the whole community. There's just so much that could be done that can be both enjoyable and also profitable for the people involved. So, but I just wanted to elaborate. I didn't want to keep rambling on, but I did want to kind of elaborate on that and just see what people thought. Before I go, here are some other classes that I thought of, which, I mean, when it all gets set up, or if it all gets set up, people can do whatever they want, but this is just some more ideas. I had mentioned briefly in other videos about broadcasting. People can take classes and learn about different levels of broadcasting, and what I mean by that is they can learn about like TV and news and live broadcasting, as well as just regular TV program broadcasting and movie making information. I think that classes like that would be wonderful, and that along with like DJing and all that. As for that, people can, when they take the classes, when they get up to a certain level, then they can kind of have classes where they can put on plays at the Roxy, which I'm going to make another video about the Roxy, but they could put that to use. They could learn about acting and all that type of thing, which would be like a separate class from the broadcasting and all that, but it would teach them, you know, what they would need to know. And as for theater and all that type of thing, they could take theater classes, but they can use that to eventually transform into like an acting group, and they could take that and put on plays and things at the Roxy when they get defined enough, and they can create like a theater group from that. I think that would be wonderful. That would be one way to do it, instead of just doing a dry run and just doing auditions for a play or whatever. If people can be taught and develop their acting skills, then they could create an acting group from that, and then just go from there. Then it can become an entity of itself, become its own acting group, whatever, even though the classes will continue through the years, blah, blah, blah. But I think that would be awesome. And also, if, which I have mentioned this before, if the production company gets created, these actors and broadcasting students and whatever can take that knowledge over and maybe get hired in the production company to, create different programs and stuff like that. I think that would be wonderful. So there would be a chance for that. And also, if the TV station gets created, they could do that. They could get into that. So, I mean, the classes would help develop a knowledge in people that they can use if, by chance other things get created and they can get jobs and things like that. I would think that would be so awesome. Also dancing, people could learn different things of dancing, whether it be freestyle, tap dancing, just all the different forms of dancing that's out there. People can be taught it, and there can be different age groups, the elderly dancing, the just adult dancing, and also child and junior dancing. I think that would be wonderful. That could be used. People can put on shows and contests at the Roxy from that. I mean, how great would that be? And that can be used for the production company as well. I mean, there's just so many possibilities from that. And also, I think it would be nice if industrial development classes could be taught. For instance, there could be a class that talks about how early industries were formed in history, and then other classes could teach U.S. industry right now, like current industry, how everything's being ran, in today, the 20th century, and then also, or the 21st century, shall I say, and also Alabama development, like the different areas of Alabama, how industry has been developed there, and people could really learn a lot from that. I think the knowledge they could gain from that, they could maybe build their own businesses or help, help things grow in this area. The more you know, the more you grow, as they say. So this is just some extra ideas that I wanted to throw in there. But, I mean, it's limitless, really. It's all about, getting people involved and seeing what they can and want to teach people. I think if this could get started, some wonderful outcomes could happen. Thank you.